What is up, guys? The final video of the 3 videos that I made in the same day. Previously, I uploaded the exhaust review and then the BC Racing coilover review. So this will be the conclusion, which is an all-around 6-month feedback on owning an X3M. I do love it. I'll start off with that. I think for the most part, looking back on it, it was about a month ago that I made like the videos. So I'm trying to think back. I don't think there was anything else to include, but I do want to say the community of the owners that have X3Ms, they're really cool people, honestly. It's such a cool community on like Facebook, and some of the people I've gotten to talk to, really cool people. So that's a huge perk to owning this car that I didn't mention. Other than that, I'll probably have every maybe year review and then year and a half review. If anything starts going wrong, God forbid, I'll make videos on that. But I just wanted to record this as an intro, and mainly because of the time that it took for me to make it and then upload it. So enjoy it. Completely different car now once again. Catless tuned. Sounds crazy, but videos about that will be coming soon. And yeah, thank you guys so much. At like 1,200 subscribers, it's crazy. So thank you, and keep supporting. It means a lot, and I'm gonna keep pumping out some videos. So thank you guys. Enjoy. What's up, guys? Yeah, back at it again. I forgot my microphone and stuff that I wanted to use, so hopefully it's not windy or noisy. So yeah, I guess it's been over 6 months that I had the car, but with the accumulation of time that I haven't had the car for reasons I'll get into, I'm about 6 months into ownership. So I figured it would be time to do a review. It is completely different than the first time that I did this, review on the car. It was completely different. I've done a lot of work to it, and I love the car, honestly. All in all, I'll get into things I do like and dislike about it, but I'm just in love with this thing. As a Ford guy, American car guy, this is like the best German car you could get, practical wise. I mean, I'd love a G80, but it just looks good, sounds good, performs good. We'll get into it. So enjoy the video. Thank you. So yeah, I'll rattle off a couple of the things that I've done since I've gotten the car. I have Active Auto Works single mid pipe. I did a Dynon axle back. I have put it on BC Racing coilovers and 15 millimeter spacers all around. Cosmetically, I have paint matched the side skirts, as you could see, and I did a combination of paint match and carbon fiber on the front lip. Oh, and I did I paint matched these little eyelash things, whatever you want to call them. I've also wrapped the V-brace chrome, if you could see where this whole type of build is going. And I have done floating center caps, which continue to float despite them being on throughout a winter and stuff. It's nice because it's all plastic instead of like on diesel trucks where they're metal and they just start to seize up. Yeah, and cosmetically, I guess the Dynon exhaust also looks very sick. I think what I'm gonna do also is I'm gonna bang out a video on like a review on the exhaust right now and on the coilovers as well, an overall review, and we'll see. But who cares? Let's get into the overall how I like this fucking thing. The birds are going crazy in the background, but forgive them. So overall, let's start out with the interior. What I do like, what I don't like. I think this is probably the nicest interior for these. That's literally just my opinion. I switched out the trim and the paddle shifters which I have a video, like a tutorial coming out on that as well. So for a vehicle that is what, 4 years old now, almost a little more than 4, the interior has held up pretty well. As you can see, there's little, like, well, actually it's annoying, but overall, for the amount of friction that goes across this, you know, it's cracked a little bit here. There's small little things here, but the quality is still very good. You really need to take care of your stuff in general, or else obviously it won't last. Getting inside the car, this piano black, it doesn't look as bad in person as it does on camera right now, but I promise you, everyone will agree, this is annoying. It gets dirty fast. It looks horrible fast. It would be nice if they did something about that. Overall, the quality of the interior is solid. This is not something you will have to worry about. No real rattles, or like, everything's built really well overall. Let's see, I'm trying to think. The one thing that would be nice is, you may be able to code this in, when you're going slow, it should pop on the front camera. That would help so much. It would reinsure that you won't curb your shit everywhere you go. I'm lowered, I have this front lip. I want to protect that, you know? But maybe you could code that in, I'm not too sure. Another thing that's annoying with the interior is how it has the, it does that, you know what I mean? You have the gesture controls. Every once in a while, you'll just have your hand here or some, or be all the way over there, and it just goes off. Annoying? Yes. Deal breaker? No. You could change the setting of what it goes to. Originally, it changed the song, so I would be in the middle of a song and it would just change, and it's like, what the fuck? Like, I was enjoying that. Little M. But you could change it. Now I just have it where the notification pops up. No big deal. Let's see. Yeah, fuel mileage, not doing too hot right now. This car is very fun, so I beat the balls off of it for the most part. I drive it how it was meant to be driven. But, you know, this was kind of a pain in the ass. You'll see in the tutorial that I drop. You know how the older cars used to chip away here? You could kind of peel it back with your finger. This is like a similar material, but it doesn't do it. It isn't like that at all. Oh, another thing. The AC seats, like the air-conditioned seats, suck in this fucking thing. In my opinion, they barely work. Don't know why it's like that, but it is. Everything up here works as proper. The carbon fiber looks great, I'm not gonna lie. I'm trying to think of other things I do and don't like about the interior. Sound system is pretty good. There's a setting where you could do, let's see if I can find it right here. Tone. So you could do this, which is like, it makes everything more stereo. So it widens everything out, the sound, to make it sound like you're more in person. Does it sound good? Yes. Did I turn it off? Yes. I think it's very similar. Maybe I just prefer the sound of the regular, you know, configuration rather than this surround sound type deal. Heated seats work good. Everything works good. The heads-up display, which you can't see at the moment, but I'll get some clips of it later. Do I like it? I don't know. I sit in a weird position because I'm 5'8", kind of short. And, like, it's just a little annoying sometimes. It looks cool. In theory, it's cool. In practice, it's eh. But I'll get some clips. Maybe I'll throw that in. Back seat's still in good shape. I rarely have people in here. I still have this sound. Whatever clip is broken in there. You know, sometimes you get lazy. But, you know, from what I've heard, it's comfortable. Trunk space, you know, go over that. Everything is solid, you know what I mean? Very roomy. Pull this thing down. Cover everything up. You could adjust the height of this. you know, it's everything you would imagine. Everything's comfortable. I mean, the ride itself, I did change out to coilovers, and I will get into explaining why now. So, as you guys could see, it sits pretty low. Yeah, it sits low. I have only rubbed one time going over like a gnarly dip on a highway, so it kind of just went ying, and the back rubbed. Do I like the factory ride? I don't mind it. You gotta know it's like a sports car, but you know, I was looking to go lower, and I heard coilovers were a great option. MSS springs also heard they were a good option, but I said, you know what? I want to go a little lower. So I did. And check out the video I will have on the review of these. It'll be a quick review, but to understand more of why I went with this setup. But I guess partially the reason I went with it is because the factory ride is kind of stiff. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie to you. So primarily it's me and my dad driving around in this thing. He has a 2500 truck, so it's more comfortable just to take this places. And you know, I got a little conscious of him just being somewhat uncomfortable in it, because it has more of a sporty ride. You know, it's stiff, pause, and you know, it's made to perform. I didn't really care about all the electronic dampering and stuff. All of the settings are pretty stiff compared to other cars. So I said, you know what? Let me completely get rid of that since I don't really care. And that's what I did. I went with the BC Racing coilovers. It deletes all the factory stuff you need to buy the KW deletes. Blah, blah, blah. I'll get into it in another video. But that really changed up the ride. After the coilovers broke in, fucking beautiful, bro. Not gonna lie. It drives more like a car now. It feels different, and it makes it a lot more bearable. I'm sure the MSS springs would have also made it a lot more bearable. And here's where things get fun. My original goal for the setup exhaust-wise was catless downpipes, which I have, just have not installed yet. Active AutoWorks single mid pipe, and the Dynon rear axle back. And by the grace of God, I have actually gotten exactly what I wanted. So I went with the chrome tips. Once again, you can kind of tell where this build is going, and it just looks killer, dude. Honestly, it looks really good, and luckily it sounds even better. So let me throw a clip in real quick. So, as you can see, sounds pretty good. You know, I'm not too much of a fan of the equal length mid-pipe. I don't really like how that sounds. I also don't really like how the dual setup, similar to factory, sounds. I'm big into the single mid-pipe, and you know, I think it just sounds the best personally. As for the Dynon axle back, completely changed the sound. Gave it like a nice deeper tone. That's really what I was looking for. I wanted it to idle like a tractor, you know what I mean? Idle like a fucking Cummins. And overall it idles pretty fucking nicely. I can't get over it. Sometimes it's like, damn, that's really my vehicle. Makes you proud. So, as for the front appearance, as you can see, the most generic front lip you could get for these. And I just added a little bit of pizzazz. My buddy did this for me and installed it for me. Looks pretty gnarly. Paint matched around here, right there, and I exposed the carbon there. I did the V-brace chrome, wrapped it myself. Don't get too close, it looks horrible. And this was a nice little touch, you know? I'm really glad that I did that as well. I got those on eBay. I got the front lip on eBay. I got the side skirts on eBay. So, side skirts, what we did was we did double-sided tape, the 3M tape, super strength or whatever, across the whole thing, and then we put a screw there, and a screw there, just to keep it on there. Did the same for both sides. Paint match reflectors, not from IND. And then paint match reflectors from IND. So, looks really good overall. I'm pretty obsessed with the way it's coming out. Believe me, plenty of stuff that I have to do still. Got to do a diffuser. I got to fix things. I'm getting fucking rock chips in the front. I bought it with, damage here. Not damage, but, it's got a little gouge right there and whatnot. And then underneath here is peeling for some reason. Not completely sure why. So, I have little things to fix, but got a little things to fix. Got a lot of stuff to add, blah, blah, blah. Overall, still looking pretty mean. 20% on the windshield, 20% on the sides, 20% over factory in the back. And I think it looks pretty good. It's a little dark at night. I was told they were ceramics, but, they really might not be. I would never recommend the place that I went. And, yeah, simple as that. Not going to say any names. Just, find a reputable tint shop. But look at that. So, what I think I'm going to do now is film the review for the BC Racing coilovers and the exhaust. And then I'll continue this inside the car, talking about some of the services I've done and yada, yada, yada. And you'll get to see how it drives and sounds from the inside. I just want to say also, thank you. Like, comment, and subscribe. You guys really are the best. And I do plenty of point of view videos, so you can see other videos on how it sounds. But yeah, I'm gonna do that, and I'll see you inside the vehicle. Basically, I have you wedged somehow with my head mount because all my other mounts were shit. So, I'm gonna be doing 2 videos for this. One is going to be, I really hope this works. One is going to be relating to my exhaust, so you can get some clips of that, and the other is just going to be the overall review that I was doing of my 6 months of ownership. So, one thing I want to state that I didn't state for, ooh, there we go. Yeah, let's see. This is no bueno. Dude, if this could just stay, it looks like it should stay. Like, I'm going to have to figure something out in post because it's lopsided, but I need a good interior mount. So if anybody knows, send one. Let's see. Okay, so it's still recording. This is good. One thing that I want to mention that I didn't mention for the interior is that the wireless charger, I just picked my nose. The wireless charger is pretty trash, all things considered. Let me not go in front of this person. Yeah, pretty trash overall. It works, but they should really have some like edges around it so your phone doesn't slide around, because once it slides around, like, it's not gonna charge, and that's really annoying. Hear that exhaust? Exhaust. I'm telling you, it sounds phenomenal. But yeah, so let me just keep this for the portion of the 6-month review. That is something that I really do not like, is the fact that the charger really isn't good. Like, you pay extra money for that. You should, it should be more functional. I have chargers in here, so it doesn't matter. But, AC works good. Everything is solid. Let me start by saying that, well, let me get into some of the warranty work that I've had done, some of the services. Normal oil change, you'll probably change it every 5,000 miles. BMW recommends like 10,000, but come on, that's kind of crazy. So yeah, BMW recommends 10,000 miles. Hell no, maybe 5,000 to 7,000 miles. I have so far had, all under warranty, had the drive shaft replaced. I believe they did the drive shaft when they were explaining it. They didn't really explain what they even did, but I had a sound, which is very common. It's like a weird clunking sound going back and forth. You know, it's just a weird sound. It's coming from the drive shaft, and they either replaced part of the drive shaft or all of the drive shaft. I forget. And then recently, I had a weird sound coming from the rear. It was like a grinding sound. If I drove full lock, what I would do to get the sound activated, to hear the sound, put it in sport, first gear, full lock, drive around in a circle a little bit, then you would get this grinding, whining sound. Not normal. They couldn't detect it, but me and one of the techs went out and I did it for him, and from there they're like, yep, that's a problem, and they replaced the whole rear diff. So that is new. I'm looking to do one of the solutions. I think what I'm going to end up doing is just the unicorn egg from Einhorn, whatever, however you say it, and that just seems like the overall best solution. I was concerned with noise, but if you really think about it, with how loud this exhaust is and how I play my music all the time, am I really ever going to hear it unless it's obnoxiously loud, which nobody has really stated that it's like an issue. Well, you know, there's different tolerances, but I think I'll just do that. So I had the rear diff replaced and the drive shaft replaced, both under warranty. BMW of Ramsey's, shout out to them. Made it nice and painless, not a big deal. I'm trying to think of other things for the 6-month ownership review that I would like to mention. You know, once I put the exhaust on, my fuel mileage went down, not because of the exhaust, but because I drive like a dickhead now and I always want to hear it. So that's a problem, but you know, you know what to expect going into a car like this. I've said that plenty of times. Right now I'm at 13.9 miles to the gallon for the past 150 miles. So that's pretty bad, but I think normally when I'm driving like I usually do, I usually average around 16 miles to the gallon. Could it be better? Hell yeah, but you know what you're getting into when you buy a car like this. So fun. You really, once you do the coilovers, you really appreciate the car more. You appreciate it at all times, but you really learn to appreciate it because it's just like a car. You take corners like a car. You're a little more planted to the ground. It's amazing. It really is. Maybe I'll add this in for the BC Racing coilover review that I'm doing. But yeah, it's so impressive. Trying to think. I did the whole steering wheel trim and the paddle shifters, so now it gives it a little bit more of like a style when you're driving. It feels a little more aggressive. Feels like just gives you the illusion of that, you know. It's like a G80 setup that I did. So you know, I absolutely love this car. I really get excited making content about it because it's something that I'm proud of, you know. It feels good to finally be in something that I like to show off. You know, I'm not trying to boast it or anything like that, but it's unique and I like people to see it. You know, it's as simple as that. But in no way am I trying to like boast my vehicle or brag about it. It's just me showing the car off for how well BMW. Think about it more like that. How well they did. Nice M240 maybe, or is it just, I don't know, 230. Nice car though. But yeah, so some of the things that I don't like is the fact that, you know, you pay for that wireless charger, it kind of blows. The fuel mileage kind of sucks. Gas is getting expensive again, and you put 93 in this, or 91 wherever you're from. So, you know, that sucks. The M tax sucks. Everything's kind of expensive. But it's all stuff that's kind of common sense getting into a car like this. You really know that for certain things you're just gonna get bent. You're gonna get bent. Brake jobs are expensive. Oil changes, I'm sure, are more expensive than other vehicles. You know, things are complicated because it's German engineering, so things are overbuilt and overcomplicated, which overbuilt, cool. Overcomplicated, you know, could live without that. But I don't know. I'm really trying to think of some negatives, and it's hard to think of negatives when you know what you're getting into buying this car. Would I recommend this for anyone? Absolutely. If you're curious, if you want to scratch that itch, this is a performance SUV. There's no getting around it. I mean, you got so I compare the X4M, X3M, same vehicle, you know. But, you know, an X5M, X6M, that's also the same vehicle in my opinion. But for SUVs, like, what the hell else would I want? I don't really think I'd want an X5M or maybe an X6M. I can see the only other SUV that I would want is either a Trackhawk or the, what is it, WK2 Jeeps or something like that, whatever it is. The older style of Jeeps, SRT Jeeps. But other than that, look at these dumbass kids in the road. Other than that, I really don't know what other SUV tops this. Like, that sounds crazy because that's a bold statement considering there's a lot of SUVs out there, but dude, this thing is such a fucking tank. Like, it's a nice inline six sound. It idles like a fucking Cummins. Like, it sounds sick. It's like the perfect all-around vehicle. I know I'm kind of rambling and stuff, but I want to try to keep thinking of things that could help somebody maybe make a decision on getting one of these. The LCI is nice. I like that. You could order an individual color. This is kind of like the closest thing to an individual you could get with the pre-LCIs. Sunstone Metallic. I don't know, man. Like, I'm going to do a little poll right here so you guys can hear. Hopefully this doesn't go flying again. I'm gonna really have to figure out like a nice suction cup mount or something for my GoPro so I could do videos inside the cabin facing myself. I could do a point of view video right now, but you know, this is more personal because it's a review. So, I don't want to move the fuck up though, seriously. Because then I got jerk-offs behind me, and I don't want to deal with them. So let's get a little poll. That wasn't fast because this thing's not tuned, but it sounded fast. You know, it sounded damn good, I can tell you that much. Really, like, solid all-around vehicle. I'm gonna try to think of other things to say, but for now, like, comment, and subscribe. If I figure something out, I'll add it in here. But overall, for the review, do I recommend getting this? Yes, it's held up. I've had no real issues with it. I would be excited to get into one. If I didn't have one, I was excited to get into this, but if you're into BMWs and you know about these vehicles and you're finally considering one, nice Mustang, I would be excited to get into one, straight up. I hope you get into one if you're looking at them. My recommendation is get one that still falls within warranty. Actually, if it's a 2020, you're kind of cooked. But hey, get an extended warranty. You can't go wrong with that. Dude, I'm so itchy because of the allergies. Get an extended warranty. Before 620, you don't have to unlock the DME. After that, you do. Build date wise, so you know, keep that in mind if you want to tune it and stuff. This is a 320 build date, so I don't have to deal with that, which is nice. Trying to fucking think. It's such a straightforward opinion of mine that all I have to say is, yeah, get it and you'll enjoy it. I recommend, you know, they're going to be falling out of warranty soon. I have a couple days left on mine, maybe 2 weeks. But I love the pre-LCI. I'm big into this spotty style. I like the LCI. It's nice that you could order them individual, but, you know, it doesn't look as aggressive to me, in my opinion. This feels and looks more like a BMW. Well, it looks more like a BMW. They all feel like a BMW. But I'm more partial to these. Yeah. Let's see, what else? I don't know. Like I said before, if I think of anything, I'll add it in. But